Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And not much to speak of. Calling a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Darnold finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A carry for Foreman, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run again with Foreman.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold.
He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Steps away, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Foreman. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up the 3rd and 10. Looks like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. Now Darnold. And he's taken down here by the Saints. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short.
A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Despite only needing one, Dalton to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. Fourth down. Dalton wants to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. And that was one I kind of saw coming, Charles. You had a free safety just hanging back there over the middle, waiting, and he saw that ball go in the air, and he jumped on it.
And I don't know why the quarterback didn't see that. That was just your standard cover 3, which means the free safety in the middle of the field, the 2 corners, and they divide the field in thirds. But when you have a free safety with range, like a good center fielder, he can go from side to side and make plays on the football as he did there.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 39. A good pickup there, a 22.
I like the boldness of that play call from the offensive coordinator because he wasn't daunted even by the double coverage he expected to draw to the tight end. The result, a huge gain and a major shot of confidence for everyone on the offense.
Play action. It's Darnold. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And good running, going to get this down close to a 1st at the Saints 30. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Darnold. Throw left side, going to be caught by Shenault. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On first down, Darnold. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Now Foreman. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sign of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release. On 4th down, Darnold. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
On the return, Andre Roberts from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And that is incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off of play action, Darnold.
Targeting Moore, and he's got him on the crossing pattern.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Marshall.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 38, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing again is Darnold. Thomas brings it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 14. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Darnold. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
This game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Former first-rounder Derek Brown living up to the billing on that stop.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Passing, it's Dalton. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception. That means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Well, so far, this game has gone the way the defensive coordinator had hoped. They've dictated things. They've not let them run the ball very well at all. They gave up a nice game there. I doubt it'll back off their confidence. They've played so well throughout this entire game.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
And he is going to have the Saints first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
Here's Dalton.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. And I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
53, 40.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. Touchdown!
Chris Olave.
An 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Roberts electing not to try it, and this will come out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the 2nd half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10.
To throw is Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Trying the left side with Kamara. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Alvin Kamara,
15 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
shot's good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're looking for proof of his speed, Next Gen Stats shows that he was traveling just over 21 miles an hour there.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down.
A good run there off right tackle, and in old school NFL football, the right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line. He provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Dalton now to pass. A quick one here hauled in by Kamara. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. And Dalton to throw. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Alvin Kamara,
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Saints have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Darnold. Buying time to his left. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now Darnold. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. David Onyemata able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And boy, that means this next drive is going to start at the 3-yard line.
Kamara fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Kamara trying again. They showed off a nice juke of the defender, but the next wave there to bring him down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2. They'll run it with Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
The kick by Lutz is good.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Here's Roberts to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the fourth quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Now it's Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And some space here.
And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, if it's 2 in a row, we'll be hit.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Marcus May with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're backed up this deep, sometimes defenses sacrifice coverage for pass rush because they know you can only go so far on your pass drop. You've got the back of the end zone. So they came after him. He took the shot downfield. He didn't connect, but boy, that was force against force.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And this ball is going to be touched out just shy of midfield.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the